These vans are bigger than you would expect. Fully standing inside, walking around, doing dance moves. You don't have to build a van overnight. Break it down into manageable steps.
Measure 5 times and cut once. Started off as just like building a house, because we're actually, fighting for inches in these small spaces. Everything is handcrafted. It's all hardwoods.
What really matters is experiences, adventure, maybe being scared once in a while, because you learn about yourself.
We're giving people like maybe a next chapter in their life.
With our rentals, it's just really cool because more people get to go out and experience what we do. You'll realize that when you go out and you camp, what's really important. My name is David Sodeman.
My name is Brett Ellenson.
And I am one of the owners at
Boho Campervans. So this is our build shop. A little bit of organized chaos, but everything actually does have a very good shop flow to it.
Boho is really the unconventional way to live or travel by definition, and it really sort of aligns with what we're doing here. We are providing unique and fun ways to both live and travel by way of off-grid camper vans.
We try to start it off as just like building a house. So a lot of the guys in here, Tom, Carlos, they're starting furring everything out, the framework. It's kind of teams of 2 in the van, and that's because it's a small space.
So right after the framing, we start wiring through. I like to go through and mark where I'm going to be wiring for all the outlets, any switches, and any other appliance. Specifically right now, I am wiring for the fridge. I'm just going to go through, up and around, and back to the electrical. After all this, we can move on to the next step, which would be installation.
Our guys make it look easy. It is a lot of work. It really is. I mean, the finished product is beautiful, but it takes a lot to really get there. So here we have our hemp installation. Hemp wool is awesome because it actually has the same R rating as you would have for a fiberglass bat material. It's a combination of hemp fiber that has been stretched and pulled and torn apart and then compressed along with wool. Probably more dense than you would have for a fiberglass bat. And so there's a soundproofing quality to it as well. It actually is very hypoallergenic. We don't have to really worry about everyone, masking up and gloving up. You don't have to worry about breathing the stuff in. You don't have to worry about, getting into your skin and tearing you up. So this is Stevie, van number 1.
Things are still working well. Much different layout than you're seeing in the shop now. Much smaller van.
Building Stevie, the first van was, it was nerve-wracking, to be honest. When we were cutting the first holes in it to, put a fan in, drilling boards down into the floor. The whole time I knew that David had that van on a credit card. But as I'm sitting there doing it, I know I am technically destroying this van to an extent to only bring it back to better than, it could have ever hoped its life could be.
We built out our kitchenettes. We have the bed. For cooking, this is the cooking station that came out. We used to use bamboo countertops. Still holds up really well. This is where it all began, honestly.
Yeah, David came back from a trip to Hawaii.
My fiance and I went to Maui and we rented a van there. And we realized it was just the most incredible way to see a new place. It was very freeing to know that once you left your place, your campsite, you didn't have to go back. And we came back extremely inspired. This van was just intended to maybe have a little bit of extra beer money for both of us. Wasn't meant to be a business. But when we put it up to list, to rent, it just started booking like crazy. And we realized we had something. I think a lot of businesses, successful ones sometimes come out of inspiration. But travel is really what started it all. We love this van. This thing has changed our lives, it really has.